Here's something most people don't want to hear. If you lose them, anyone, in the first 10 seconds, the next 30 minutes just simply don't matter. Assemblies, presentations, meetings, sales conversations. If the first 10 seconds, and that's generous, are forgettable, the rest of it is fighting uphill. Here's why this happens. You can probably remember the coldest you've ever been, or the hungriest you've ever been, but you can't remember all the times you were a little bit chilly, or indeed slightly peckish. Why? Because the brain doesn't store average, it stores contrast, emotion, moments that interrupt the pattern, and this is exactly why most assemblies and presentations don't stick. They're fine, they're polite, they're professional, and then the brain deletes them. The audience hasn't decided what they think of you after 10 minutes. They've decided before you've finished your first sentence. Let me show you how most assemblies and presentations start. Hello everyone, my name is Brendan. Thank you for having me. I'm here to talk to you about... That's not a beginning, that's a warm-up, and warm-ups lose rooms. Introduce yourself, housekeeping, apologies, explaining why you're there, all perfectly polite and completely forgettable. This is the single biggest shift you can make. Never introduce yourself. Always be introduced. When someone else introduces you, authority exists before you speak. When you introduce yourself, you're asking the room for permission. That one change alone alters how the audience listens, reacts, and remembers. The job of the first 10 seconds is not to explain, it's to interrupt the pattern. That could be a bold statement, a question, a sound, maybe a movement, or simply just silence, or something completely unexpected. You earn attention first, you explain second. Whether it's an assembly or a presentation, your opening should silently answer 3 questions in your audience's head. They are always asking, is this for me? Is this worth listening to? And what happens if I lean in? If you don't answer those questions quickly, the audience switches off. Not because they're rude, because they're human. The first 10 seconds don't sell your offer, they sell attention. This is why so many assemblies look great on the day, but lead to nothing afterwards. It's not the music, it's not the teaching, it's not the price, it's the opening frame. If the first impression doesn't stick, there's nothing to follow up. This is exactly what I break down in much more detail in my longer free training. If you want to see how we apply this in real assemblies step by step, the link's below. Start with the first 10 seconds. Everything else builds from there.